Our correspondent Oliver Farry standing by. Oliver, it's good to have you with us. You're currently in Victoria Park, which is, of course, the area where previously we have seen protesters flock to, but that doesn't seem to be the case this Friday.
Yes, since 2 o'clock this afternoon it has been shut off. It's surrounded by police. People are allowed to come in and out of the park, but not into the centre forecourt and playing fields, which is normally where the Tiananmen Square, the 4th of June vigil would take place, as it has ever since the first impromptu one in 1989. The reason, like last year, ostensibly, officially, is COVID-19 and social distancing, but Hong Kong's fourth wave of COVID-19 is pretty much over. There hasn't been a locally transmitted case for the last month, and there have been many other large gatherings allowed over the last month or so. It's really, even though the government doesn't really want to bring politics into it, they are now citing the possible prosecutions for people who attend, and they even mention the national security law in certain communiques.
Now, Oliver, let's talk about this ongoing crackdown on opposition movement and what it really means for the voices of dissent even inside Hong Kong. Of course, as I mentioned earlier, the organiser of this candlelight vigil was detained earlier.
Yeah, Chow Hang-tung is pretty much the last main figure left standing in Hong Kong on the pro-democracy side. All the rest are either in prison or in exile. She had no trouble with the police until now, mainly because as a barrister, she would be, like most of her profession, very careful about not attending illegal events or prescribed events, no matter how sympathies might be with them. She was arrested, allegedly accused of promoting an illegal gathering. On her Facebook page yesterday, she said that she would honour the commitment of the last 32 years. She did not call on other people to come along, but she did hint that she would come to Victoria Park. She was arrested at 8 o'clock this morning. Two of the other main organisers of the vigil over the last 32 years, Lee Chuk-han and Albert Ho, both of them veteran politicians, are currently in prison for illegal gatherings related to the protest in 2019. So even though the Hong Kong government is not explicitly prohibiting for political reasons the June 4th vigil, with the national security law now giving ever more red lines, it's quite possible we may not see an official vigil again.